A young woman named Sarah had always been familiar with the many voices that filled the air, all clamoring for attention and approval. But amidst the chaos, Sarah found a hidden sanctuary, the power of ignoring people. From a young age, Sarah had been acutely aware of the expectations and judgments of others. Whether it was the disapproving looks of her peers or the well-meaning but unsolicited advice of her relatives, Sarah felt weighed down by the burden of other people's opinions. However, as she grew older, Sarah began questioning the value of constantly seeking approval from those around her. She realized she had lost sight of her voice and identity in her pursuit of fitting in and being liked. With newfound determination, Sarah consciously embraced the benefits of ignoring people. At first, it was challenging. The urge to please others and conform to societal norms was deeply ingrained in Sarah's psyche. But with each passing day, she grew more robust and confident in her convictions. She learned to tune out the noise of negativity and criticism, focusing instead on what truly mattered to her. As Sarah began to assert her independence and forge her path, she discovered a sense of freedom and liberation she had never known. She was no longer bound by the chains of other people's expectations, so she was free to pursue her passions and dreams with unwavering determination. However, the advantages of disregarding people extend beyond personal satisfaction. Sarah discovered that prioritizing her well-being and happiness could establish more profound and meaningful relationships with those who truly mattered to her. Without the need for validation from strangers and acquaintances, Sarah was able to invest her time and energy in nurturing genuine connections based on mutual respect and understanding. Sarah's newfound confidence and self-assurance did not go unnoticed in the workplace. By ignoring office gossip and petty politics, she focused on her work with laser-like precision, earning the admiration and respect of her colleagues and superiors. However, the most significant benefit of ignoring people was the inner peace and tranquility it brought Sarah's life. No longer burdened by the constant chatter of doubt and insecurity, she found solace in the silence of her thoughts. In these moments of quiet reflection, Sarah discovered her actual worth and potential, unclouded by the opinions of others. Sarah's decision to embrace the benefits of ignoring people profoundly shaped her life as time passed. She traveled to far-off lands, pursued her passions recklessly, and lived on her terms. Although there were times when she stumbled and faltered along the way, Sarah always found the strength to pick herself back up and keep moving forward. Sarah had learned that true happiness and fulfillment could only be found by listening to the voice within rather than the crowd's voices. Ultimately, this unwavering sense of self-belief allowed her to soar to heights she had never imagined possible. Sometimes, your mental health should avoid specific individuals in your life. People who constantly criticize or bully you should be ignored, as well as narcissists or toxic individuals. It can be considered a form of self-care to ignore people who drain you or are no longer beneficial to your well-being. Prioritizing your mental and emotional well-being means limiting your interactions with those who hurt it. Ignoring someone can have a powerful impact on the person being ignored, as it sends a message that you do not want to engage with them. It can let the person know that their words or actions are unacceptable and won't be tolerated. Ignoring someone can also have a strong emotional impact, making the person feel rejected or disrespected. In some cases, ignoring someone may cause them to change their behavior, as they become aware that their words and actions are not having the desired effect. Ignoring toxic or hateful people can be very advantageous. It helps preserve your self-esteem and confidence from negative attacks. Ignoring negative people also reduces anxiety, depression, and other mental distress caused by their presence. It avoids unnecessary confrontations or retaliation, which could worsen the situation. Ignoring negative people allows you to stay focused on more positive relationships and not waste your energy on unhealthy ones. It can also discourage negative behaviors when they don't get your reaction. Overall, ignoring is often the safest and healthiest option when dealing with harmful people and limiting their impact. The person ignoring you may have preconceived notions about you, which could be causing them to ignore you. In such a case, it's better to avoid them and remove such negativity from your life rather than allowing it to make you feel worse about yourself. Alternatively, they could no longer want to be associated with you. It can be difficult to accept such behavior when you didn't expect it, but it's ultimately better for you to move on with your life rather than chase after them for an explanation. Fewer people often mean less drama. Having a smaller circle to interact with can be advantageous. While socializing can be enjoyable, it can lead to unnecessary drama and expectations. If someone chooses not to interact with you, you are free from any potential drama they may bring into your life. You won't have to deal with their problems or do them any favors anymore. As a result, you can focus solely on the things that are truly important to you. When we feel frustrated with someone, it's a sign that we are giving them too much attention. For example, if your child talks back to you, engaging with them is pointless. You can send them to their room, but continuing to speak to them won't be productive. It's better to end the conversation and tell them you will only talk to them when they are polite. Dog owners are also advised to apply the same approach with their pets. When your dog is agitated or acting wild, it's recommended that you ignore it and only reward it with attention or treats when it is calm and submissive. As a pet owner of a large dog, I can attest that this method effectively manages its behavior. My dog tries his best to behave because he knows he won't receive any attention from me unless he's well behaved. There is a lot of power in choosing to ignore someone, but it's essential to examine the situation and the people involved before making this decision. Ignoring someone should not be done blindly. Rather, it should be a mindful choice made after careful consideration. The key is to pay attention and engage only with wise and kind thoughts and actions. Unproductive and negative thoughts and actions can then be turned away or ignored. Remember that your mind is your property, and you can decide who you allow in and who you keep out. Keeping your mind clean, peaceful, and beautiful is essential for your well-being. Ignoring someone can be a powerful way to convey that you do not wish to engage with them. It can let the person know that your words or actions are unacceptable and that you will not tolerate them. Some individuals have difficulty recognizing their own mistakes. As a result, they tend to blame others whenever something goes wrong or gets out of hand. These individuals may not feel guilty or even get hurt because they always believe that someone else is at fault. They must comprehend the psychology of ignoring others, seeing where they are mistaken, learning from their blunders, and taking responsibility for their errors. If you are one of these individuals who thinks that you never make mistakes, then consider this: how can anyone be right all the time? Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more content. Thank you.